Hey, how's it going?
Hello.
Welcome to our little introduction here. Obviously, most of you know we have our first official podcast coming out March 29th.
This upcoming Monday.
Yeah. So we wanted to take this time to kind of just introduce ourselves, what our podcast is about, and just kind of give you the general consensus of what we are as people.
Backstory on platonic soulmates.
Okay, well, my name is Brittany.
And I'm Kylie.
I'm from Warsaw, Indiana. I am 23 years old. I will be 24 in June. I'm old. Yeah, let's start with that.
Alright, I'm Kylie. I was born in Pierceton, Indiana, so I am from around here, but moved around a lot. I grew up mostly in Michigan and then moved back to South Whitley, and that's where it all started. I'm 22. I'll be 23 in November. And yeah, that's a little brief summary.
Well, as I said before, I am from Warsaw. However, I moved to South Whitley when I was 12 after moving around the entirety of Warsaw, Indiana. In 2015, I met Kylie.
Yeah, I moved from Chelsea, Michigan. It was just really toxic there. I wasn't being my best self, and my grandparents knew that, and my mom knew that, so my mom and I moved away, and we moved to South Whitley, and I started going to Whitco, and I saw this weird girl just staring at me every day in the morning.
Let's not forget that I had resting bitch face.
She does, definitely does. But I do too, so it works out.
And you thought I hated you.
I did. I thought you hated me.
Genuinely.
I also definitely thought you were a bitch, and I thought we were going to fight.
What?
Dude, I had just moved from Chelsea where I fought everyone
Okay,
consistently.
But like Whitco, bitches don't fight, we just talk shit.
I didn't know what I was getting into. I came from the city, and then I moved to this.
Yeehaw!
It's definitely a yeehaw city, and I didn't know what to expect. Do you even remember how we, initially started talking?
Jessica!
Yes.
We met through a mutual friend.
Yes. Yeah, we came and picked you up, and
she went to donate plasma.
Yeah.
And that was the first time all three of us hung out.
Yeah. And that was the beginning of the end.
Yeah,
Immediately.
100%.
When we call ourselves platonic soulmates, we truly mean it.
Yes.
I have found my other half.
Genuinely.
But in the most platonic way.
Yeah, well,
didn't start off that way.
No, actually, I ended up developing a little crush on Kylie, and me being me, having commitment issues, kind of fucked that up for the both of us.
I was down. At the time, I was a little lonely, okay?
Yeah.
I had just gone through a really bad breakup.
I had been single for a while. I was with my boyfriend Alex for about 7 months. But at that time, my mental health wasn't really the greatest. So I just decided, commitment issues. Let's not be in a relationship. But then I met Kylie. I was a junior in high school. She was a sophomore.
I think that what happened is that when you form a connection with somebody that is so strong, because it went from, just meeting to telling each other every little detail immediately.
Well, not only that, the comfort that came with, venting.
Yeah.
To you, when I would vent to you, you would just comfort me in the best way possible.
Yeah. Which is odd because you're a Gemini.
Correct.
And I'm a Scorpio.
100%.
And it makes no sense. I don't know if, anybody else believes in astrology, but we strongly do, and we break the boundaries of that.
Yeah, we're genuinely not supposed to be compatible, but I literally found my platonic
Yeah.
soulmate in a Scorpio.
Oh, yeah. Ew, and mine was a Gemini? No, I'm just kidding. I've had no problems with Geminis.
Can't relate. However, yeah, that day, we ended up calling each other wifey.
Yeah.
Like, that was the thing back in the day, and genuinely, like, I referred to her as my wife.
It was shocking to me because I came from really not having friends. I had a few in Michigan, but I also was a very different person, and I definitely developed all of my adult habits and traits after I met you. So that's why I always say, like, oh, Brittany helped me grow into the person that I am today.
Aww.
Oh, this is nothing new. Don't even.
No, still, it's heartwarming to hear that because I've always wanted to be a person that helps people.
Yeah, that's very apparent for people that know Brittany. Like, I'm more of I'm very awkward and quiet, and I don't have any friends. Brittany is actually my only friend, and I'm fine with that because I definitely...
You get what you need from our friendship. Which, I have a few friends, but I've never connected with them the way that I have Kylie. Kylie is always my go-to. She is my number one.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even a thought for me. That's who I go to every time when I want to share happy news, when I need to vent to her, when I need to tell her, hey, I'm fucking up. Like, she is my person.
Yeah. Definitely, for sure. We've grown a lot, too.
Together.
Yeah.
Like, in the past 6 years of our friendship, we have grown and we've been through things that are unimaginable. And
yeah. Even to this day, like, I feel like we're still really learning. And that's kind of what this podcast is about. Like, it really is some shit that 20-somethings have to say.
Yeah.
We go through life. So we live together.
Yes.
Us and our boyfriends and our other roommate, Mallory, which she'll be on one of the podcasts, so you'll get to meet her. I don't know.
Yeah, a little spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We'll be having a guest or two. We're not quite sure how many yet.
Yeah.
We're still discussing. We're still pretty new to this, and we're kind of just playing by ear at this moment. And
so even this, I mean, this is probably just random rambling, but
this is... It sounds a little disorganized, but I promise the more and more you listen to our podcast, you're going to understand. It's just kind of who we are as people. We'll talk and we'll get off subject and branch out and start
don't let her mislead you. We are ramblers. It will lead to very off topics, but we'll bring it back.
Yes.
But
I think the pinnacle of our friendship was when you moved away to California.
Yeah. So I was chasing my dream as young teenager. Well, actually, I was almost not a teenager anymore. After I graduated high school, makeup is everything to me. I love it. So I went and moved all the way across the country to California, and I went to cinema makeup school in Hollywood, and it was rough. It was, I mean, did we talk every day? No. But we genuinely...
Damn near, though.
Yeah.
If you think about it, we would FaceTime at least 4 times a week.
Yeah.
Because I was in college at that time. I would leave my classes just to talk to you.
Yeah.
Like...
It definitely brought us together even more, especially because Brittany moved me home.
I did move her home. What happened is on one of those phone conversations, Kylie just was really at her wit's end with where she was. I mean, she only had her mom and her stepdad, which she loved.
Yeah.
It's nothing against her parents.
My parents are the best in the world, but it's just, you're either made for the city or you're not. And I thought I was. I thought that I definitely could do it. And it's just one of those things that I learned the hard way. Like, I was the most unhappy. I missed my family. I missed my friends. I missed just being here. You know, like going out on your front porch while it's raining.
Right.
That's the little things that you take for granted, and I didn't realize that I was going to miss it as much as I did. But I literally just, I missed everything about here, especially.
You were just losing it, and you were losing yourself in the
Yeah.
process. And I looked at Kylie and said, I'm flying you home. I mean, I told her, I was like, I'll get you a 2-way flight if you decide you want to come back to LA after, coming home for a while. And she didn't. She didn't.
Everybody knew. I told my parents, yeah, I'll be back in a month. I just graduated college, and I loved it. I worked with some of the most elite makeup artists in the film industry, and I was highly praised. They loved me. I loved them, but it wasn't home. And I think my parents knew when they took me to the airport and dropped me off. They knew I wasn't coming back.
I wonder how mad they were at me for taking you away.
I mean, I don't know. I honestly think my mom was a little shocked that I didn't come home or back to California. But
sorry, our cats are in the background. You're gonna have that.
Yeah,
a lot with us.
you're gonna hear our animals.
Just a pre-warning. We have 3 rambunctious little kittens, and they like to
play with toys and
plastic
get in the
bags
trash
and all of that fun stuff.
But no, even my grandma, she knew that I wasn't going home. She had my bed ready when I got there. It was no shock. I'm not made for it. I'm meant to be here.
And it was the best damn decision I ever did. The best $600 I spent.
Yeah, unfortunately that flight back, somebody got an open seat next to him.
I looked at you though and said, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you don't go back or.
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
Yeah.
I didn't, and I still don't, because I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I don't think I would be where I am right now if you were still in California. I don't know what I would be doing.
Oh, I don't know either.
I feel like we wouldn't be. We wouldn't be.
You would probably be there.
Yeah, I would.
In
I
all
probably
honesty,
would have moved with you.
Yeah.
If you did, but
But I didn't, and now we're here doing this podcast.
And now we're back home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you guys know, our podcast is called Some Shit 20-somethings Wanna Say. Really, we're going to be talking about a bunch of topics such as like the LGBTQ community. We're going to be talking about the fashion industry, body image, just things of that nature.
It's all relevant to people our age, which I feel like is why this podcast is important.
Very important. I feel like, and coming from 2 plus-size women, I feel it's good for others to kind of be inspired and be like, you know what? I'm going to love myself no matter what.
Yes.
Also, like, this podcast it's going to be a venting outlet for us.
Yeah, it's going to get heavy.
Yeah. Be prepared for tissues. You are going to hear
the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah.
You're going to hear some triggering words. We're going to talk about very deep subjects, very dark and ugly subjects.
We're also going to talk about the good.
Yeah.
This is the prime of our lives, which is scary.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there is good. We've had some really big ups.
Yeah. We just want, to have our voices heard and, you guys see a little more in depth of who we are and why we are who we are.
Yes. Even if it is just our 20 subs on YouTube.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's 20 people that are interested.
Yeah.
If I can get my words out and if you can get your words out to just at least one person.
Right.
Like,
it's worth it.
It's impactful. Words are impactful, which is important to remember.
For sure.
What you
especially
say
at our age.
Yeah. What you say has an impact and,
whether that's negative or positive.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, so back to what I was saying a hot minute ago. we live together with our two boyfriends and our roommate.
Our boyfriends are best friends, and we're
Yep.
best friends. So we kind of, we won.
So we live day-to-day life with each other. And I think that it's going to be beautiful to see that in a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have our bad days. Definitely.
Even with each other, we don't, like, fight, but we get in little, like, we
get in
headbutt.
tiffs.
Yeah, little tiffs.
But not often.
No, not often at all. Because we really see eye to eye on things,
Yeah.
and we see the world the same. And we, with our big hearts, want to fix it the same way, or at least have an impact on it.
So I'm going to plug a couple socials because I'm about to take a boomerang for Instagram. Our Instagram is platonic_soulmates_podcast. And you'll get updates on there as well as on our Facebook, Platonic Soulmates. And we do have a Twitter. And, I mean, we're not super active on Twitter, honestly.
No, Twitter is not really the app we like to
I feel like there's a lot of toxicity and cancel culture on Twitter, so we don't really. But if you want to give that a follow, it's P_soulmates.
Yeah. Also, we're going to probably be making a TikTok as well. So, we'll update you when that comes. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube. Our first official podcast is going to be uploaded on the 29th of March. We don't have a set time, but put your post notifications on and you will get to see it as soon as we upload it. So don't miss out on that.